Well, welcome to another adventure here on Pennsylvania Pathways. We are up here in Clinton County today and parking here at the Fish Dam Run Scenic View in the Sproul State Forest. We're going to check out a trail over here. Hopefully that'll lead us to a waterfall or two. So we're going to take a look, see what we can find out. It's a nice cool day today across PA 144 here. This should take us to the trail. Well, as you can see on this part of the trail, very grassy, lots of fern, moss, that sort of thing. We are pretty high up in the mountains here in the north central part of Pennsylvania. This hike's a little bit different than the last one we had on the channel. A little more in the way of pine trees. Hopefully we'll see some of the leaf colors and some spots here coming up along the west branch of the Susquehanna to get here. Some nice looking leaves so far. Probably only a few weeks out from peak foliage. So, looking really nice. Also, maybe hoping to see a little bit of wildlife as we go on this adventure. So far, the hikes I've been on this year have not been very successful as far as wildlife spotting, other than your occasional squirrel, chipmunk, bird, that sort of thing. So we're back on the trail again. Took a little slide detour. Kind of lost the markings for a minute. Heard some cracking in the woods. It sounded fairly big. Didn't see anything. So we're back on our scheduled path again. Well, folks, this is the point in the video where I confess I messed up. So I ended up parking at the wrong place and have traveled back through this trailways, which is a nice trail, but it wasn't the one I was hunting for. Not the one with the waterfalls. Yeah, if I go back the opposite way I'm going now, I'll run into them, but many more miles of a hike than I was prepared for today. So we're gonna go back from whence we came and take a look at what's back at that parking area, because there was a watershed there with what looked to be maybe some interesting things to see. We'll go check that out. Maybe I'll zip back down to where that correct parking spot is and see what that looks like. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, second adventure out for the channel, and we messed up, but oh well, that's part of it. Still a beautiful trail, nice scenery. No wildlife though, has been my usual for this year so far, but I'll bring you back in if you find anything else of interest. Well, we're here back at the parking spot, and like I mentioned earlier in the video, or later depending on when I put this bit I'm talking right now, kind of goofed up on the directions a tad bit. I'm actually up the road a little bit further than where I want it to be to go check out the waterfalls. But like I said, still a nice little hike. This is actually part of a larger loop. It's the Chuck Keiper loop is what it's called, and it actually goes for like 28 miles or so. So it's quite a long loop. Obviously not gonna get that done all in one day, one afternoon. So we're gonna have to check out the other spot where I want it to check out. Maybe today yet, maybe another video for another day. Check that out. We're gonna go up here to one of these little vistas straight off the parking lot here. Get an idea of what the view looks like as far as the tree colors, like I mentioned. We're getting into that time of the year. Yeah, there you can see that's a nice coloring there. We're gonna walk over here, look out over. So you can see it's starting to change. Getting some good colors in there. A couple more weeks yet. This will really be blazing up here. A little bit longer for where I'm at in Millersburg. So that's pretty cool nonetheless. It is actually part of a elk viewing scenic route as well up here. Of course, I didn't see any of them. But one of these days we'll catch some wildlife, I hope. I'm not a jinx to them or something. Just a quick look around before we head out. Take a look at the other location maybe. See where it really is. There is zero cell coverage up here. Zero connectivity. If you want to get away from it all, this is the way to go. But I do a little bit of talking in the video, a couple of things I wanted to mention along the way, but again, don't do a whole lot of talking. This video this time might be a little bit shorter, but there really wasn't a whole lot of interesting things to see. Not like abandoned tunnels or anything like that. So, a nice little view out through the valley. We're about 2,200 feet above sea level. Where we're at right now. All right, I'm gonna cut it off right here and either enjoy the hike or thanks for watching what you did see. Again, comments are always helpful. Different tips and things I can improve on are always welcome. The comments down below. Like I these days we'll talk about gear and what I'm using. Right now it's a pretty low budget operation, nothing spectacular. But as we move along, hopefully that'll change. But again, thanks for watching. If you like it, subscribe, share, and like. Again, hope your pathways are clear and free of trouble. So long.